You were saying that you and your father listen to this show. Can you just tell the viewers what his experience of watching the show was like? What does Dad approve of Lag Count Podcast or not?
Well, he's known that I've done YouTube for a while, and he didn't really have any interest in it. Thought it was kind of stupid. And we were driving up to New Hampshire, and I played the podcast in the car, and we were listening to it for a while. And every time you guys would dog me, shit all over my arguments, say all this stuff, he would just laugh. He thought it was hilarious, and I was completely surprised by that. And he thought you guys were smart, and he probably has a whole new opinion about this just because of the show.
So we have Dad's approval.
Daddy approval.
Because now Dad's like, see, I'm not being an asshole just because I am an asshole. I'm doing it for your own good, like those assholes on the show are too. That's why he loves us, man.
I'm not going to say rip me off, but like heavily influenced by how I do my videos.
The British are so nice. How did you guys ever have a fucking empire, man?
By being really nice, Brian. Anyway, so...
Yeah, right! By the end of a gun, you did. Shut up.
Yeah. Would you kindly walk this way, please? We've got a nice...
You know, because the thing is, like, if you get one fucking minor thing wrong, people will rip into you about it. Like, one time I did a top 5 for OP, and I accidentally said it takes 7.5 seconds to plant a bomb rather than 5 in pubs, which is correct, but for defusing, not planting. And that was the whole comment section. Oh, you fucking noob, you said it was wrong, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. They're like piranhas in a goddamn tank. You know, it's just like, chill, motherfuckers.
See, people who...
That's why I want to be factually correct and want to not fuck up at all. It's just like a fucking fire sale at Activision. Anything that isn't nailed down, they're selling now. Voice packs, gone. Camos, gone. Multiplayer music, gone. Anything, custom characters, gone. Anything that's, I feel like it's like one of those bad commercials that you see at like 3 in the morning from like the local store where the guy is excessively yelling into the microphone. This is a huge sale! It's so big! This is what Activision has been reduced to now. A fucking infomercial at 3 o'clock in the morning. One of the other things I noticed in that video, who the fuck was that broad that talked on camera? Like, are they not bringing out Tina Palacios anymore because she's pissed off too much of the Call of Duty community? And where the fuck is Mark Rubin? He hasn't tweeted since November. Like this just tells me that that Activision is completely done with Infinity Ward. I don't know who that broad was, or in the other commercial with the drill sergeant, who that dude was. Who the fuck are these people that they're bringing out on camera? He didn't even get like a little bleep at the bottom of his name. It's just like, here's some random studio engineer. Dude, that's what concerns me, is like the faces of Infinity Ward are nowhere to be found. That is what, that's what I noticed in that particular advertisement.
What I loved from the chick was how out of place she was introducing Snoop. She was like, and we have Snoop? Well, she was like up speaking.
It was a question mark.
Like, is that how you say his name? Do I sound right? Like, is that like who is this guy? Like,
It's as if the script was written with a question mark after that line.
The chick was
That's
like,
when I thought it was a joke. Just like the way, like a really white girl to just announce her, like, why would you have her introduce Snoop Dogg? We have Snoop Dizzly Dog, and then he comes in, brother from another mother, and then he.
She was so unenthused too. You could have had like one of the guys, like, I'm sorry, but Von der Haar would be much better at doing this. He'd ham it up.
He'd be excited. He'd be like, yeah, we got
Snoop Dogg. Like he would be cheesy. We'd still make fun of him, but he wouldn't look like he's out of place. Like he doesn't even work here. Some fucking intern they brought in, introduce Snoop. Like, what's going on? Like. Oh my God! But
that was one of the main things that I noticed about the video that I don't think anybody has talked about, is that where are the people that are supposed to be the personal relations to the community? Where the fuck have they gone? You know what I mean? And we all know that Tina has a track record of pissing off fans, but to be fair, she's got the worst job in the world. She has to listen to these fuckwits tweet at her a million times a day. And Mark Rubin, where's your accountability, bro? Did you get codnapped? Where the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like, where is he?
The teams already were really bad at learning from each other. you know? Because, like, wow, you give half a point for capturing an objective. Maybe if we looked into how Treyarch did things and the score streak system as a base was far better than anything COD ever had, and then you take a step backwards to what you did the year prior, it's like they don't ever go together. So I'm interested to see this fly completely off the rails and go terrible, where every team is creating new things. They'll go there one step up because they'll innovate something great, and they're like, well, that's great, you know, rage chat or death chat. Oh, that's a great idea. But then they take 2 steps back, and each team's going to be doing that now. So it'll be wonderful to see Call of Duty die a terrible death that it deserves. Let's face it.
In the long run, it just makes sense for them to focus on those 2 consoles with the same kind of hardware, and not have to worry about having a team ported over. Blah blah blah. It's extraneous work.
As a computer programmer, doing things that need to have backwards compatibility inhibits new functionality. Period. That's the way it is.
But COD is not difficult to get right. 10 small to medium-sized maps, crazy batshit streaks, no support, and take the panic knife out. Done. If I made that game now, and I could give it to you and be like, play this, every COD fan would be like, this is the best COD ever. Because that's what we want. And these fucking idiots don't understand. They think it's their thing. This is what I realised the other day. It's not really theirs. It's ours. We buy it and attempt to play it for fun. It's ours. Make the game we want. For fuck's sake. Stop, like, oh, let's make a map called Siege. Or Stormfront, or Stonehaven.
They need a type of guy. They need a job who is the title I've created, multiplayer game balance strategist, aka me. So they need to hire this kind of person, head of this thing. They have 150 fucking employees, but they don't have a person who understands the game that much. Like, you're talking about these people don't play the game, blah blah blah. I think it's because they oversimplify the answers. Kind of like, I do think they do what Brian says, where they're like, okay, they don't want streaks, they want this. And I don't know necessarily if they were responding to Black Ops 2, but I do think they do try to alter it, because in Modern Warfare 3, they toned down the explosive damage from MW2. You do see these movements, the evidence is there, but they think of it too simply. Other games have this job title. StarCraft, Dota, these item management games that are very complex with how the balance works, they have a type of guy that does this, and I don't think these shooter games do. They think that they'll just toss a bunch of chips in the air and it'll fall perfectly when the community gets their hands on it. It doesn't work that way. You have to understand the relationship between map design, player model, gun type, perks, streaks, and game modes, like I do. You have to understand how all of the big party works out.
That's what Ghost's normal modes are. It takes forever to get shot in the back from a corner. If anyone at Activision ever watches this, I dare you to get me to have a crack at this. I dare you. I bet you're like, oh, it's not so fucking easy. We'll get this guy in and improve him. No. If you get me to look at your game and make the changes that I suggest, people will find it more fun than what you did. I guarantee it. I absolutely 100% guarantee it.
When I was talking about fixing the maps and everything, Ghost could easily be fixed. Imagine this. COD Ghosts, you're always cranked. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Done.
Do you see what that does? What would that do to change the game? The game would be fucking fun. It would be awesome.
The game would be fucking amazing.
Amazing is a good word. I would almost go that far, because playing the game would be so much fun that the kill streaks, you wouldn't get stressed out when you have to fucking play tactically for 10 minutes to get a chopper.
No,
you would get it, and it would be okay. It would apologize for the boring kill streaks.
It's actually a really good idea to be only. That would make sense.
I'm glad that someone is making some rich white girl's life a bit more of a pain in the ass. Like, yeah. I really am.
Totally off topic, Eddie. Thanks. If you sponsor the show, then if you donate to LagComp Podcast, you actually can donate if you really wanted to. You donate to LagComp Podcast at Outlook.com via PayPal. We will upgrade the stream quality, of which time we will therefore reiterate to you the stream quality that we will be operating at and then we will upgrade it, and then we will go and essentially at this point of the impersonation, I need to repeat everything I just said because on loop for about 10 minutes to get my point across.
Kill Keisha, just because I can't stand the fact that she puts the $sign in her name.
Should it be the pound sign, Eddie? Did you guys invent money too? We're not allowed to use.
According
Hold on,
to
I'm not done yet.
Eddie, according to Wikipedia, it was formerly stylized as KE $, you know, HA.
Oh, okay, so she's changed it now. Well, she's still, I mean, it's still a crime against humanity. She's dead as far as I'm concerned. Next, I would fuck Lady Gaga because I've always wanted to know what it would be like to sleep with another guy.
Woo!
And I'd marry Katy Perry because she's really fine.
She's a very nice white girl, which I can't stand. I would love to fuck her, make her fall in love with me, and break her heart, and keep her jaded for the rest of her life. That is the type of evil person I am, and it would be a great notch on my bedpost to know that I turned this otherwise wholesome human being into an evil person.
Because he's 15. He has no idea the concept of snuffing out a human existence. You know, watching the light fade from their eyes slowly as you choke it out of them. Or what marriage is, like just one giant compromise. You have no idea what any of these things are, Sneeko.
Oh, I thought when you said sucking the life and, you know, watching it disappear before your eyes, I thought you meant marriage. So thank you for qualifying for me.
Okay, so an existence that I would hate to have. I would hate to be Wings of Redemption.
Damn. Damn, shots fired.
It's not even shots fired. It's not out of like cynicism or criticism of him. I would hate his life. I really would.